Isang napakagandang umaga po sa ating lahat. To our host, co-sponsor to this event, Mayor Joy Belmonte Alimorong, Mayor Quezon City. Thank you so much, Mayor, for offering us this beautiful and comfortable place for the first ever ARTA World Bank E-Ready Forum. To our Vice Chair of the Technical Working Group in the Be Ready Initiative, Assistant Secretary Neil Cabiles of the Department of Finance, Office of the Chief Economist, Assistant Secretary Paul Vincent Luna, the Department of Foreign Affairs, of course, Maria Sabat Wason, Presiding Judge of RTC Quezon City, Judge Evangeline Capuchan Santos, RTC Quezon City, June Arvin Godoy, Vice President for Corporate Affairs, Development Academy of the Philippines, Sagani Del Rosario, Senior Vice President, SIS, Michael Victor Alimurong, City Administrator, Quezon City, Roby Galan, Dean, Ateneo de Manila University, Ruperto Bayucot, External Affairs, Confederation of Truckers in the Philippines, my good friend, Rene Almendras, past President of the Management Association of the Philippines, always very supportive. Roy Moreno, Vice Chair of the Management Association of the Philippines, Ease of Doing Business Committee, Cynthia Flor Medina, National Director, Philippine Association of Real Estate Boards, Consul Nina Manyo, President, PCCI. Are you here, Nina? Not. Of course, Flor Leong, Vice President, Philippine Exporters Confederation. I saw her earlier. Pedro Aguilar, Executive Director, Philippine Liner Shipping Association. Saturnino Galing, President, Practicing Customer Brokers Association of the Philippines. Of course, our partners from the World Bank Group, Mr. Norman Loaiza, Director from Washington, D.C. Dr. Chen, Dandan Chen, Operations Manager for Philippines, Malaysia, and Brunei, World Bank Group. Mr. Gonzalo Varela, Lead Economist and Program for Brunei, Malaysia, and the Philippines. Carl Martin Parnelsen, President, Philippine-Norway Business Council. Margaret Raisa Andaman, Executive Director, OADR. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to everyone. It is indeed a pleasure to be joining you in this momentous event where we are gathered together, policymakers, business leaders, public servants, our valued partners from the private sector, all of you who have a stake or at least an interest in the future of the Philippine business community. We are at a pivotal moment where we have a real opportunity to shape the business landscape in the country, to make it truly conducive to growth and prosperity. To attain this, the key role of the private sector is crucial as it interplays with government policies. Let me quote a prominent Filipino economist. I think everybody knows her, Zulita Monzon, who as early as 2004, or more than 20 years ago, has emphasized in her article, Key Issues in Philippine Economic Development, where she said, the private sector must be the primary driver of growth. The government's role is to provide the necessary environment for private sector growth. If we follow her advice 20 years ago, Mr. Norman Duay here would be presenting a much brighter perspective for the Philippine economy. Yet it is never too late. Thank you for giving us such honest, realistic assessment of how the Philippines is doing. We assure you, Mr. Norman Duay and World Bank Group, that the Philippines, through the Anti-Red Authority as the focal agency appointed by the President to lead in the implementation of these roles, will be serious, not only in planning, but more importantly, in the implementation of that regulatory reform frameworks that have been released, issued by the government. Today, our focus is the World Bank's Business Ready Report, a critical tool for understanding how we can streamline processes and make doing business here easier and more efficient. This forum, a joint effort between ARTA with our public and private partners, the World Bank Group, and the Quezon City government in particular, underscores our shared commitment to cutting through red tape and fostering an environment where enterprises can flourish. A thriving business sector is, without doubt, the lifeblood of a healthy economy. It's what fuels job creation, attracts vital investment, and ignites innovation and progress. But we all know that bureaucratic hurdles and overly complex regulations can stifle the dynamism, preventing us from reaching our full economic potential. That's precisely why the Anti-Red Tape Authority exists. We are dedicated to promoting efficiency and transparency in government services, working tirelessly to remove the obstacles that businesses encounter regardless of size. I'm particularly enthusiastic about our collaboration with the World Bank Group. Their global expertise combined with ARTA's on-the-ground experience and our deep commitment to this cause creates a powerful synergy for positive change. Together, we can pave the way for a more competitive and inclusive business environment, one that empowers entrepreneurs, attracts investors, and ultimately benefits all Filipinos. During the 2024 Be Ready pilot implementation. The Philippine economy ranked in the top 40% of 50 economies, including Cambodia, Vietnam, Indonesia, New Zealand, Singapore, and Hong Kong, China in the region. The Philippine economy garnered scores of 71 out of 100 for regulatory framework, 58 out of 100 for operational efficiency, and 51 out of 100 for public services. These scores show regulatory framework excellence, attributing to the government's ongoing ease of doing business initiatives and digitalization efforts, which have streamlined regulatory processes, enhanced transparency, and reduced bureaucratic inefficiency. However, the lower scores in operational efficiency, 58 out of 100, and public services, 51 out of 100, indicate room for improvement in the seamless execution of regulations and the delivery of essential government services. Simply put, we have very good regulatory framework. It is in the implementation of the policies that leave much to be desired. To properly address this, ARTA, as the focal agency designated by the President of the Philippines for the World Bank Be Ready program, has a clear roadmap or actionable plan. Building on these results, the Philippine government is committed to fostering a competitive, inclusive, and sustainable business-enabling environment. To achieve this and align with the Business Ready report, 3 key factors are prioritized. First, ensuring a well-structured and transparent regulatory framework. This is crucial for businesses to start, grow, and thrive. A simplified bureaucracy fosters efficiency, enhances investor confidence, and enables businesses to operate and expand. Second is the delivery of effective government support and services. The provision of reliable infrastructure, accessible public utilities, and streamlined administrative procedures plays a pivotal role in ensuring seamless and efficient business operations. Lastly, to ensure sustainable economic growth, businesses must operate efficiently while maintaining competitiveness in a dynamic global market. To aid in establishing a business-enabling environment in the Philippines, the Anti-REDTIP Authority embarks on our journey guided by 5 key thrusts, which collectively aim to streamline government processes, boost economic growth, and foster a more business-friendly environment in the country. First is improving the quality of regulations. The foundation of any efficient and transparent government lies in the quality of its regulations. Second is the mapping and streamlining of government processes. ARTA endeavors to comprehensively map out government workflows, identifying bottlenecks and redundancies that impede timely and hassle-free services. Third is the digitalization of services. ARTA recognizes the potential of digitalization to revolutionize government operations and improve accessibility for citizens and businesses alike. Fourth is on securing compliance. This involves not only monitoring and enforcing compliance with the ease of doing business law, but also recognizes best practices. Last but not the least is in providing legal and public assistance to both the public and private sector stakeholders in ensuring that concerns on anti-red tape and ease of doing business are addressed. Pursuant to Republic Act 11032, or the Ease of Doing Business Law, and the memorandum from the President designating ARTA as the country's focal point last October, ARTA is mandated to coordinate and collaborate on the reform plans and initiatives that could contribute to the improvement of the country's Be Ready reforms. ARTA, with the assistance from the World Bank Country Office and collaboration with government agencies and the private sector, has taken its starting steps towards a business-ready Philippines. To ensure a whole-of-government approach in pushing for reforms relative to the Be Ready, ARTA pushed for the establishment of a Be Ready Task Force to identify, develop, recommend potential reforms that can enhance the business climate in the Philippines. The Be Ready Task Force is expected to push for and foster a business-friendly environment by streamlining processes, reducing bureaucratic hurdles, and improving the overall efficiency and responsiveness of public services, thereby supporting the ease of doing business agenda. The Anti-Red Tape Authority is designated to lead as chair, with the Department of Finance as vice chair. The Office of the Special Assistant to the President for Investment and Economic Affairs, Department of Trade and Industry, National Economic and Development Authority, Department of Information and Communications Technology, and the Department of Interior and Local Government shall serve as public sector members. The task force also have the private sector representation from the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the Management Association of the Philippines as our partners, emphasizing public-private collaboration. Following the release of the 2024 Be Ready report in October 2024, the ARTA and the World Bank Group Country Office have collaborated in identifying the Philippine government's work plan for the implementation of the Business Ready Initiative. This includes the proposed establishment of the Be Ready Task Force to the Ease of Doing Business and Anti-Red Tape Advisory Council, which was fully endorsed by the Council during its recent 8th Council meeting. The 2024 Be Ready report also formed part of the discussion during the 2024 Ease of Doing Business Convention held on the last week of October. Briefings and coordination meetings were held with the proposed Be Ready Task Force and government agencies to further inform on the Be Ready initiative, including the accomplishment of the 2025 Be Ready pilot questionnaires, which serve as public sector reference by the World Bank Group vis-a-vis private sector responses in the finalization of the 2025 Be Ready report. A consultation was also held with the private sector groups in December 2024 to gain initial insights on the challenges encountered by the private sector in the country's business environment and seek recommendations on how to address such. For the first quarter of 2025, ARTA and the World Bank Group engaged with the public and private sectors to introduce the development of the Be Ready Reform Guidebook, which will outline key reforms aligned with the Business Ready framework to enhance competitiveness and sustainability. As we start this development, we are once again grateful to the World Bank Group, Global Indicators Group, for visiting the Philippines to share their insights on the current status of the Philippines in the 2024 Be Ready Report. The Philippine Business Ready Reform Guidebook is expected to be developed in collaboration with concerned government agencies and the private sector for around 4 months from February to May 2025. Activities will include bilateral meetings and stakeholder groups with government agencies and private sector groups to identify reforms and gain commitment on the implementation of these reforms. With endorsement from the Ease of Doing Business Anti-Red Tape Advisory Council and with valuable contribution from government agencies and private sector groups, we intend to launch the Be Ready Guidebook on May 21, 2025, about 4 months from now, and proceed with the implementation and monitoring of reforms afterwards. To further engage, or to better engage with the World Bank Group in the public and private sectors in activities related to the Be Ready initiative, ARTA, as the government focal point, formed its Be Ready project management team and assessed the 10 topic areas involved. Shown here are the Be Ready clusters of the Philippines, which categorize these topic areas into 4 key groups. Cluster A will focus on the frameworks and processes necessary for starting and operating business, particularly on business registration, securing locations, and accessing essential utility services such as water, electricity, and telecommunications. Streamlining these areas ensures a more efficient and business-friendly environment. Cluster B covers market competition and labor policies, noting that ensuring an equitable and competitive business environment encourages innovation and sustainable economic growth. Cluster 3, or Cluster C, encompasses the availability and accessibility of financial services, trade regulations, and taxation policies. Efficient policies in these areas facilitate business expansion, attract investments, and promote international trade. Lastly, Cluster D covers legal mechanisms for resolving business disputes and handling insolvency procedures, which are necessary to ensure businesses can resolve conflicts fairly and exit the market smoothly if necessary. Not anymore 5 years for insolvency disputes to be resolved, but we aim that with the implementation of the program, we can at least meet that standard of 7 months or maybe within the year. Through these clusters, ARTA and its partners aim to enhance the business regulatory environment, drive economic growth, and make the Philippines a more competitive and attractive destination for businesses and investors. Concerned government agencies per topic area were duly assessed and identified. Plus on the screen are the government agencies which have been instrumental in driving the progress of each cluster. We would like to extend our appreciation, deep appreciation, to all of you for your unwavering support, expertise, and collaboration. Of course, alongside our government agencies, our private stakeholders who have been in this journey since day one. Business entry. We have here all the agencies involved, BIR, CBA, DNR, etc. Business location, Bureau of Fire Protection, BIR, DNR, DP, etc. These are the agencies involved in Cluster B on labor and market competition. Labor, Bureau of Immigration, Department of Foreign Affairs, Department of Labor and Environment, Department of Migrant Workers, etc. ECC, GSIS, SSS, TESTA, DSWD. Market competition, POST, DTI, NEDA, PCC, DILG, DOF, etc. For taxation, financial services and international trade, here are the agencies involved. Taxation, BSP, BIR, Department of Finance, SEC, International Trade, Bureau of Immigration, Bangko Sentral, Department of Banglo, DNR, DNA, etc. For Cluster D, agencies responsible for dispute resolution and business insolvency are shown on the screen. For dispute resolution, Department of Labor and Environment, Employment, DTI, OADR, PICAB, Supreme Court, the regional trial courts. Business insolvency, Department of Budget and Management, Department of Finance, Department of Justice, DTI, SEC, Supreme Court, regional trial courts. Your collective efforts are the backbone of this initiative, and we are truly grateful for the role each of you plays in shaping the future of the Philippine economy. The Reform Guidebook serves as a framework for collaboration within the public and the private sectors in implementing regulatory and business reforms. It outlines key responsibilities for each sector to ensure an efficient and transparent reform process. But let me highlight both public and private sector responsibility. For the public sector, to validate initial list of priority reforms, government agencies review and assess proposed reforms, determine if priority reforms complement or augment a government initiative, ensures alignment with national policies and strategies, implement government reforms, executes and enforces regulatory improvement. For the private sector, the responsibilities are to validate identified priority reforms after public stakeholder meetings or consultation to ensure that business and industry perspectives are considered. Also to determine if reforms will address private sector concerns and discuss other reforms proposed by private stakeholders, complement implementation of reforms. I always emphasize this. For regulatory reforms to be implemented, we need the private sector support because the private sector is the one experiencing this red tape, and you are the ones that can validate the claims of government agencies in the regulatory reform. So therefore, government and private sector must work together. And the guidebook that we intend to launch in May, specifically on May 21, 2025 this year, will ensure that public-private collaboration. The guidebook will serve as our structured approach to governance and economic improvements through collaboration, transparency, and accountability. The Reform Guidebook provides a structured approach to identifying, prioritizing, and implementing reforms through collaboration between the public and the private sectors. It ensures that reforms are well-planned, effective, and aligned with national goals. We are always good at planning, and as the World Bank report discloses and calls us into action, we have laid down all those good plans, regulatory reforms, policies, that as early as 2000 have been laid down already. It is in the implementation that we are failing. Therefore, we have the following criteria to address these concerns. Ongoing reforms, existing initiatives that require continuity or enhancement. Alignment with national development goals. Consistency with the Philippine Development Plan, digital roadmaps, agency priorities, and international standards. Time sensitivity. We should act with urgency due to external deadlines for pressing societal needs. Also, political feasibility. Strong political backing with minimal resistance. Cost effectiveness. Balance between resource investment and anticipated benefits. And the probability of implementation. Practicality. Ease of execution. And minimal structural adjustments. All of this, we can work this out with private sector collaboration and demand. We therefore urge the private sector to support. We need its much needed support from businesses and industry associations. To give you a glimpse of the contents of the Be Ready Reform Guidebook, here's a sample on registering a business pursuant to Section 13 of Republic Act 11032 or the Ease of Doing Business Law, which we call the Central Business Portal, or the CBP, which serves as a central system to receive applications and capture application data involving business-related transactions, including primary and secondary licenses and business clearances, permits, certifications, or authorization issued by the local government. I recall when we launched the Central Business Portal on June 21, 2022, we claimed then that if we are able to operationalize the Central Business Portal, it will take only a maximum of 3 days to register your business. Now we heard from the World Bank Group that it takes months before one can register his or her business. Short-term reform identifies including mapping out the end-to-end process flow of business registration process. Medium-term progress is intended for interoperability of services and transparency of online information through automatic and electronic exchange of information, use of the same unique business identification, and improvement of statistic firms. Long-term reforms will include the expansion of the Central Business Portal to include other registration types of companies. Those types of reforms, according to their impact and visibility, will be crafted for all the 10 topic areas of the Be Ready in collaboration with our partner government agencies and the private sector. In the development of the Philippine Business Reform Guidebook, these essential features will be considered as we collaboratively discuss potential reforms and action plans for this. First, the Be Ready Reform Guidebook is designed to foster a competitive business environment by reducing barriers to entry and improving the ease of doing business. It will emphasize 3 key pillars: legal or regulatory reform framework, which simplifies legal processes, enhances transparency, and strengthens the regulatory process for business. Public service, which focuses on streamlining government services to make them more efficient and accessible. And operational efficiency, which aims to optimize government operations and encourage the use of technology for better service delivery and resource management. The guidebook will cover the 10 topic areas on the life cycle of a business, on opening, operating, and closing a business. Dr. Roby, this will address your concern. Dr. Roby has been with ARTA since day 1. Kasi sabi ko sa kanya, is gone full circle. The guidebook will advocate for a whole of government approach, where various government agencies collaborate to ensure cohesive reform implementation. A structured timeline of reforms will outline clear milestones to track progress, ensuring steady momentum. It will also highlight key enablers and resources such as funding, technology, and expertise, which are necessary for a successful reform, and the availability of tools and partnerships to support implementation. Lastly, it will incorporate a monitoring and evaluation mechanism, ensuring continuous tracking of reform effectiveness with regular reviews to adapt strategies based on outcomes. These features will ensure that the business environment is more competitive, efficient, inclusive, and sustainable, driving long-term economic growth and improving the overall ease of doing business. But the bottom line is, what is it for us? The Philippines' involvement in Be Ready holds promising potential for the future, enhancing its global competitiveness and positioning the country as an attractive hub for investment. Looking ahead, this involvement is expected to create more job opportunities, strengthen a skilled workforce, and drive sustainable economic growth. With continued focus on fostering a favorable business climate, the Philippines is set to attract even greater direct foreign investments, ensuring long-term development and prosperity. I would like to end my presentation with an inspiring quotation from Bill Gates. when he said, when governments and businesses work together, we can achieve great things. By partnership with the private sector, governments can tap into the expertise, resources, and innovation of companies to drive growth and improve lives. This is actually what ARTA has been doing since day one. We are getting the private sector support, also partnering with government agencies. This is also what our president is doing, getting the support of the private sector, having regular meetings with the private sector advisory council. I know, we all know, that to drive this economy forward, the business sector is the true driver of economic growth. That's why we need to closely collaborate. We in the government sector must value this partnership with the private sector. And so as we prepare to officially open the Be Ready Forum, I am truly excited about the day ahead. With our harmonious theme of collaboration, we have a packed agenda filled with insightful presentation, engaging discussions, and opportunities to connect with fellow advocates for a thriving Philippine economy. Maraming salamat. Thank you for your continued partnership and for being an essential part of this shared journey towards progress. We look forward to what we can accomplish together in the future. Indeed, we are not just meeting the demands of today, but paving the way for a brighter and more resilient tomorrow. Muli, maraming salamat. Mabuhay po tayong lahat at mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas.